Great Wednesday evening, April 14th, 2021. To God be the glory for the closing moments of this night time. We are in a very famous chapter of the Old Testament, and I'm sure this probably was one of the top 5 Bible stories that you learned when you were, I don't know, a toddler or in elementary school, David and Goliath. And there are so many images that conjure up in my mind. I remember when I taught at a school how a 3rd grade class dressed up in armor, and you saw the giant, and just so many. It is a great story. But something from this passage really stuck out at me, because earlier today we were talking about how the Lord was telling Samuel to get over it, cut out the mourning. It is time to get up, leave, and do the assignment that I have for you. That's what the Lord was telling Samuel. Well, we know that God anointed David. He chose him to be the next ruler. And we didn't go over David's characteristics, but it has something to do with this chapter. And in 1Sam.17, we know that David was a young man, and he had the characteristics that every young man aspires to have. And I would say young ladies too, because you want to be skillful, because David was cunning and plain. That means that he practiced, he took the time. It was an everyday routine. He was a mighty valiant man. He was courageous. He was skilled as far as strategy in war. He thought things out. He had insight and foresight. He was prudent in matters. He wasn't flighty. He was a thinker. He perceived things and he prepared well. And he was handsome. He couldn't help that. And most of all, the Lord was with him. He had the favor of the Lord. Well, this leads into this story because we see those characteristics in chapter 17. What do you have to say about David and his attributes, Timotheus, you being a young man?
They were good.
They were all good and something to aspire to. Well, remember where it says that he was prudent in matters. Well, remember Jesse called David out of the field to go check on his 3 brothers, Eliab, Abinadab, and Shammah. Those were the 3 older brothers, because they were following Saul into battle. And remember, it was something with the oldest brother, Eliab. When he saw David, he was like, why are you here? You're just trying to, be nosy. You're just trying to watch the battle. And David, responded. Remember, he was someone who had good communication skills. And he was like, what are you talking about? I'm just doing this. He explained himself. Something else, he was prudent. He thought ahead. Don't you know that when Jesse told him to bring food to the front lines to feed his brothers, David, it says, woke up early. It's something about waking up early, planning the night before, and getting the business taken care of. And not only did he wake up early, but it says that he got a substitute to watch his sheep. So he was responsible. Oh, just to have those attributes. So not only, it says, in verse 20, that he rose up early and he got a keeper. That's a sub. So I believe that's why he was able to be victorious, because he had these attributes perfected as a young man. He practiced. Not only did he kill the lion and the bear, and he took his job seriously, but he had that chance to cultivate those habits. And then when the time came, boom, it was nothing new. It was something that he was doing all along. Have some insight about that. That's for all of us. Let's just plan ahead, work our plan and plan our work. That's for all of us. Let's work smarter and not harder. And the way to do that is listen to the Holy Spirit, right? The Lord is with you to teach us all things. He'll guide us. And in Proverbs 14, the wisdom of the prudent is to understand his way, but the folly of fools is deceit. No, the wisdom will instruct us, and it is the keeper of everything. Righteousness exalteth a nation, but sin is a reproach to any people. Did anything speak to you in Proverbs 14? 4. Where no oxen are, the crib is clean, but much increase is by the strength of the ox. Woo, let's hear it.
I like that because, I want a lot in life, but I have to be ready to work for it. So, you can't complain about there being a lot of manure in an ox stable, because you want the work to be done. So, I can't complain about a lot of work being on me because I want a lot in life. So, I just have to accept it.
You got to accept it and you got to prepare for it like David did. Just like David did. So let's wake up early. Let's work our plan. Let's get strategy from the Lord. Where there is no vision, the people perish. Yeah, we might be good looking. We might have this going for us. We might be young. But there are some practical attributes that we had to put in place. And then we'll see that we'll go far in life. All right. Thank you. Have a good evening preparing for the work the Lord has given all of us.